Hello guys and welcome back to the Mongol Wump, and today I'm going to be drawing a quick, doing a little quick pixel art video over here. We're going to basically, I did one of these a little bit back with obviously my character, but today I'm doing it with the Steve character. Now this is animated from my rig, which I will have links down in the description below, so if you want to check that out and possibly download the rig. It's a Cinema 4D rig, basically what I'm going to start off by doing is we're going to be starting off by drawing around this Steve character here, whoops, and getting the outline just so as we can then rub him out and then make him look, you know, very cartoony. So we just want to pop this here, fantastic, and then it'll kind of make him look like our own. Fantastic, there we go. So now what we want to do is, once we've done the outline slightly far away, we want to kind of, you know, draw on him all the little details, probably not the inserts of these kind of different color blocks. That'll be fine, because we don't actually want those there in order to make him look cartoony, but we want to kind of, you know, to get basic outlined, get that 3D kind of effect. I've animated him to be 3D. There's a rig, and there's actually a video on this rig that I did a while back, which I will link down in the description below, and then there's a video on how to do this with your own skin, how to import your own skin to the rig, and then of course how to do this with your skin. I did it with my skin, yeah, it's pretty simple. Now what I've got to go actually in the what I've got to do actually, that's still not straight, there we go. What I've got to do is, now I know it looks grainy, but I've got to get all the face features. That's crucial. You can also see on the screen currently in the corner what I am doing. That's a new little thing that I added in. So I'll keep switching to what you can actually see me doing there. So you'll be able to see what I am doing. Okay, and now it's very... Actually, I don't like that. We're going to change him up a little bit. We're going to just make his mouth very simple. Make him a bit more of a simple Steve, you know, grabbing in to the back there. And there we go. We've pretty much got a lot of it done. Just make sure you get this area over here, pinch out. You do want to get the shadow. Obviously, if you're doing this with another character, you want to make sure you get that in. There we go. And we also want to just make sure we get these holes in here for his arm. Of course, it doesn't have to be exact. That's what kind of gives the end piece our final product. So now what we're going to do is I'm going to go and I'm going to essentially change over here to the rubber tool. And I'm going to see how big this is. This is very, very big. Make sure you make your rubber tool quite small to start with, because what we're actually going to start wanting to do is rub out features freehand. It's probably the best way to do it. We want to start rubbing out our Steve here, and you will want to zoom in ever so slightly just to make sure you are getting it. You're getting it right. So I'll come back when I've finished completely rubbing our Steve character out. So I've pretty much almost, I finished the face. I know it's not very neat, it doesn't have to be because we're going to do all the final finishing touches a bit later, but I've kind of almost finished rubbing out my Steve. So I just want to kind of finish this. Now what we're going to be doing is, if you noticed in the Minecraft, Steve kind of has like a few tones of blue to him, and they parade that via different squares on his shirt. We're not going to do that. We're basically going to keep it one block color, so that gives it a more simplistic effect. And obviously cartoons are very simple, so we're kind of drawing Steve here. So I'm just trying to, get Steve a little bit back into the picture. I don't know what happened there. I think it's just my pen is lagging. I will also link the current. Sorry, I've got a bit of a cold. I'll also link the current pad I'm using here in the description below, so that you guys can enjoy that and check it out. But I recommend it. It's a welcome pad. Is that how you pronounce it? Welcome. I'm not sure how you pronounce it, but it's not a panda one like that, because the newer ones, because they got rid of the panda range and they renamed it to the one that I have now, which I can't remember the name of. But what I'm going to do now, I'm going to go over to the pencil tool and make sure I've got black, and just go over some lines that I might have messed up over here. You can see there. Make it a bit more squarer, like that. And yeah, so there we go. Just finishing, obviously, the last area of the shirt here. This is also, a lot of people have asked in previous videos, but I do say in every single video the program that I'm using, and the program that I'm currently using is Sketchbook Express. Sketchbook Pro, I think, is for PC, which is I also have, which is $29.99. No, it's not. It's $20.99. So it's £21. 21 pounds. Yeah. The program that I'm currently using is good because it's free, and I believe you can download it on the Mac App Store if you have a Mac, and I'll link it down in PC as well. And obviously I've just remembered, I've forgotten to do one little part over here. Bam. No, yeah, okay. Bam. There we go. Fantastic. Okay. So now we've got this done, we're going to want to go over here and head over to the colour palette, which is currently located over here. And we're going to want to up this over here, and we're going to want to find a nice blue for, Steve. So this might take a while, but getting the right blue is very important. And I think that's a nice blue just about there. Ooh, there we go. So we can try it out, but I'm going to try and use that does not work 100%. But you can see it works a little bit. Obviously now we can go and grab our brush tool and start using it as a brush and just go over there. And there we go, we've got the first part of our cartoon Steve. The next part, these actually don't need to be rubbed off. You see the brown here. What we can just do is obviously you rub it off, so you can do the bucket tool. But yeah, and now we can obviously just finish going like this. What we also want to do is we want to find a nice brown. Bit of a darker brown. Browns are quite hard to find in general total. I kind of want a brown, slightly lighter brown. There we go, that's quite a nice brown, and just, change the colour of this slightly. Steve's skin. This didn't need to be rubbed out. We can just use this to rub out the lines. Now, what we do need to focus on now is getting different tones. Not in the actual one tone. We were using one tone, but I mean on shadowed tones. This doesn't seem to want to work, so we'll use the line tool. This is a little trick that you can do if you're having trouble going around the edges. You can just use this, especially here. There we go. Fantastic. Now, what you want to do is we want to make this slightly darker, and then use it over here, on this side of the arm, to make it look like a different tone. And then of course we want to go and grab the pen tool again, black it, move our color palette over a bit, and just go over some lines that we've messed up. That was not a great line. There we go. And then what we kind of want to do is we'll make these sharper in a minute, but what we want to do is we want to focus on this blue now here a bit. So we're going to go back up in our color palette, back to the blue we were currently working with. Actually, we'll change it a tad. There we go. We'll just change it a tad, just to make it look a bit. I think that's the blue. Now, what we want to do is we want to go a little bit darker for over here, and then a little bit even more darker over here, because there's a lot of shadow over here. Actually, we'll use that one as that one. I want to have that one as that one to make it look really dark, and we want to use the same, if anything, even darker with this one, because obviously the face will be covering this area of the thing. And anyway, if we have if we have any troubles, we can just minimize the size of the brush and go and grab the brush tool over here. So now let's move on to the face. Move this out of the way. Let's move up a bit. Whoops. Oh, I'm really making a mess here. Move up a bit. Oh my god. Let's move up a bit. Okay. Now, I'm going to grab over here, and we're going to actually go and we're going to grab a brown for the hair. We really want a normal brown, and that's quite a normal brown over there. So we'll go and we'll grab the palette. As you can see, that didn't work quite as how I wanted it to. So what I'll do is I'll just rub out here. Again, I must have not secured this up properly when I was rubbing out. That's why it's crucial to rub out if you're going to use the paint tool, the bucket tool, because otherwise it will give you problems. I obviously didn't rub out properly. That's probably the longest process in rubbing out, and now we can just spin it up. Obviously this is still not final, we've got a long way to go yet. You've got obviously lots of other small details to add. So I'll add in the hairs. Let's just add this in. Bam. Rub this out. And there we go. So now what we want to do is we want to go and grab the pencil tool, make sure we've got black again. Line tool is crucial. We'll just pop this over like that. Fantastic. Okay, so there we go. We've got the kind of, you know, area of the face that we like. Now we need the face to actually be quite facial. So what we're going to do is we're going to kind of use the same colour as we did for the arms there. We're going to go back, bam. Now obviously over here, we want to use it quite a bit darker. There we go. And now we can actually just grab the brush tool again and brush away at this. And then finally, what we can do is we can also, this is quite dark over here, so using the same kind of tone, pop that in there. And then we want to kind of make the lips quite dark. They're actually a bit more reddish. There we go. And Steve did have a little bit of a lip here, which we can add. His nose, which I didn't add in because I was going to add it at this point. Make sure you do it slightly bigger at this side over here than at this side. And then, obviously it's meant to look quite cartoony, but there we go. And then we want to, you know, kind of do the eyes. So we've got nice blue over here. This is where you can really be creative. Obviously we can add different clothes on him, and once you've rubbed him out, you know, the basic Steve character, you don't have to replace him with Steve. You can replace him with your skin idea. So whether you rub the basic Minecraft guy out, and now you've got a free-for-all Minecraft shape, and you can just decorate your Steve how you like. So you can have striped top, like that. You know, you can draw a creeper face on him. Whatever you fancy, whatever rings your bell. But we've just done the basic Steve character, so there we go. We've got a cartoony kind of face. Now, what we do want to do here is actually grab that. Whoops. We want to actually, we want to grab the black one last time. This time with the brush tool. And we kind of just want to grab in those edges there. Whoops, that's a bit too big. Make sure your brush tool is not too big. Make it as small as you can. You know, kind of make the edges a bit rounder. So you kind of have like this nice round effect here. So that we don't have complete straight corners, but instead quite nice effects. You can see just by doing that on the basic corners, and we'll do it here as well. Makes him look just that little bit more cartoony. Whoops, that was a very bad one. I'm still getting used to my my pad, my new welcome pad. Welcome. So yeah, just finish this over here, a little bit over here. You don't have to go mad. Just little corners. If you just spend the time, you can really get a nice Steve character. And there we go. That's the basic head. I won't do the rest because it will take a donkey's years. We've got my layers I accidentally opened there by pressing a button on my pen. We will actually zoom out. There we go. To reveal my cartoon Steve, I'm very happy about that. And of course, the last feature that we're gonna do is just go around the shadow. No, obviously not like that. Using the line tool. And there we go. Fantastic. And there we go. Obviously, I previously did the trousers before we even started. You could tell they're obviously one block colour, and as well as the shoes. But there we go. Now this can be done different skins. And obviously I'll have the rig down in the description below. Whoops, that's not the correct tool either. We'll have the rig down in the description below so you can download that. Remember to subscribe and like this video if you want to see more, you know, Let's Draws of Minecraft people. This has been Steve over here. I also did one which I'll link down in the description below of me, of my Minecraft character, which will also be down in the description below. I'll link the pad that I'm currently using with the pen that I used to draw this. I'll link that in the description below, as well as the program for this, which is called Sketchbook Express. Okay, and you can download that for free on the Mac App Store, and there's also Sketchbook Pro on the Mac App Store as well. And of course, I'll also link the PC versions if you're on a PC. So yeah, there you go. So thank you very much for watching. It's been Munglemump here.
Audio Jungle. Audio Jungle. Audio Jungle. Audio Jungle. Audio Jungle.